What's going on? This is our review of Super Troopers 3, released August 7th, 2026. We are post-credits podcast. Grayson Maxwell and Rob Stillian hanging out with you. Chris is not with us this week, but that's okay because we're here to bring it in with Super Troopers 3. Let's get into it. Rob, bring us into the thumbs up, thumbs down.
So, did we like Super Troopers 3? Thumbs up, thumbs down in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, this is the first one. I'm happy to give it a thumbs down.
No.
It's just Super Troopers hasn't had, not that there's been like 7 movies or anything, but it's just whatever happened in 2001, that was the magic. They should have just stopped.
Magical.
For the time, it just, yeah, so let me just get through some particulars. I have something to say about the time of it. So, directed by Jay Chandrasekhar, if I said that wrong, I'm sorry. But the writers of Broken Lizard are, of course, Jay himself, Kevin Heffernan, Steve Lemmy. We have a cast, of course, Kevin Heffernan, Farva, Paul Soder as Foster, Eric Stolhensky is Rabbit, Hannah Simone is Sarita, Jay Chandrasekhar is, of course, Thorny, Ramathorn.
Ramathorn.
Andrew Dismukes comes in as Coy this time, so he actually, I think, is one of the bright spots of the film. Steve Lemmy Mack. Brian Cox comes back as Captain O'Hagan, which
comes back because he's like bored. He's just bored.
He just shows up at the station, never like comes in or anything. I'll bet you with his scenes, because they all take place in the station, Brian Cox is like, I'll give you 2 days.
2 days.
We're banging it out in 2 days. Because those guys never have changing uniforms. It's him what's changing.
No, yeah. So 2 days, three wardrobe changes, and I'm out of here.
I'm done. Marissa Coughlin, Ursula. I love Chase Crawford.
Oh, the Deep makes an appearance here. Yeah, forgot about that.
Love that. And then Nat Faxon as Captain Markowski, who I think worked with us before in Club Dread. Am I wrong?
Club Dread, I believe. Yeah,
I think he's doing a lot of Netflix comedies lately. A lot of Adam Sandler stuff.
Yeah.
I like him a lot. I'm glad I could see him in this. I think he's actually kind of a star. But anyway, Roger, why'd you give it a thumbs down? I have to know.
I mean, so like, look, I don't want to bust on this movie too bad, because I can't say that I didn't laugh at it, right? But when I did laugh, it's because it's stupid, like funny, dumb belly laughs. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Of course.
And I'm not trying to compare it and be like, you know what, the first 2 movies, the plot was significantly deeper and better. That's not true. Don't get me wrong here. But honest to God, for the 3rd movie, we're still busting up some sort of weird drug ring.
Well, isn't it kind of tradition now? Because we did that in all.
Do they not do anything else?
Well, they're cops.
Meow at people?
They do.
I don't know.
They don't even work, apparently.
Right. They have yet to solve a kidnapping.
But that's a little dark-hearted for
the busting up a cartel drug ring.
Well, sure, but
okay,
I mean, do it in a fun way, I guess.
Okay, yes, hilarity ensues.
Well, here, I mean, no one's look. If you're not walking into Super Troopers 3 as someone who's like, oh, that looks funny, I'll watch that.
No,
you're not walking into that. It just have to have seen the first, or for some reason have some fondness for the second one, which I can't imagine anyone does.
I do want to pose a question, and I mean this seriously. Like, if you are watching this video, okay, if you have taken a couple of minutes out of your day to watch us talk about Super Troopers 3, and this is the first Super Troopers movie that you have seen, please say something in the comments, because like, I want to know how you ended up here. Because like, look, I am happy you come to watch our review of this and talk about this with us, but there is no way that this should be the entry to Super Troopers that brought you here. Like,
no,
you are missing out on one of the timeless early 2000s comedies here that still holds up pretty well.
It does.
And as an R-rated comedy, it's like there's not a lot in there that you'd have to be like, we couldn't do that anymore. Like Super Troopers, actually, you don't fall into that trap with Super Troopers, whether you do with like stuff like The Hangover, Old School. Yeah, you can't do a whole lot of that anymore. You certainly could do the first Super Troopers still and have it still be funny to you. But again, thanks for watching if you are. But I would be blown away if somebody's first entry into Super Troopers was Super Troopers 3. I just can't see how that's something.
I'd find it hard, but put something in the comment box if you are. I'd love to.
I will shout you out next box office. I promise you.
But if you don't, also, if you watch this as your first entrance, you don't know how unlikable Farva was in the first film, and the first one especially. He was so unlikable.
This look like spit to you? Yeah.
I want a large Farva. Yeah, I mean, he fights a teenage cashier
Yeah.
or at a burger joint. Yeah,
Do
that's
we have Leader Cola? I could just talk about Super Troopers 1 for the next
it's Super
9
Troopers is
minutes,
great.
and it'd be
I'm gonna
fun.
rewatch that. I'm gonna have a fresh rewatch of that too. Here's the thing about Super Troopers 3. It's like it's to me when I was watching it, it seemed like a movie out of time. It seemed like a movie that was plucked straight. It was like the third Super Troopers movie. The first one was 2001. We should have gotten the second one 2003
Maybe
ish,
2005. I'll
but we
give you
got it in
4
what
years.
2018.
2018.
This seemed like it.
17 years later, they're
This
like,
seemed
"You
like
know
it
what?
came somewhere out of 2006, 2007, like right in that humor zone. It just it it doesn't the comedy of this movie does not work anymore. Or maybe that's because their writing is less sharp, or we're more attuned to not this kind of comedy
Maybe we're
as an audience.
smarter." And I find that really hard to believe,
Well, you
but
and me are not. 'Cause we still laugh at stupid things, but I
sure.
mean, people, you listener, are probably smarter than us. So yes, that could be the case. I only laughed at one joke, and it was a joke that harkens back to the original Super Troopers at Farva, and I laughed wholeheartedly because I didn't see it coming. I thought it was very clever.
Oh, at the end?
Yes,
Oh, sure.
yeah,
That's fine.
but it's very much in line with.
I can't pull over anymore.
This is very much in line with Super Troopers, though. Sadly,
I mean, it
it is.
feels like a Super Troopers movie. I just don't think that makes it good.
It doesn't. Unfortunately, it doesn't. And also, it's funny because I was talking to Roger. I was like, the second one just came out like 2 years ago. Roger, no,
No, man, that's like
2018
it's
it
like
came out.
8 years ago that came
So,
out.
which makes this even more perplexing to me that we even got this one because the second one didn't make any money and no one cared about it.
No, you know what's perplexing is how they leave a door open for a fourth movie.
Well, I
Which,
could
like, look, fine. Well, you don't have to close that door. I get it, but like, I didn't see that coming. Did you?
no, but I can see if they use the budget to shoot 3 and 4, the $4 or $5 million budget to shoot 2 movies, because these guys aren't taking a huge paycheck.
No, probably
So it's
not.
just the shooting that takes the money. So I mean, they could have done both. Although I don't,
I
I.
I think we know that already,
But the
though.
second one didn't. Can you do me a favor? Look at the box
Yeah.
office for Super Troopers 2. It couldn't have been. There's no way that movie made over $15 million.
Mm.
But if it did, I guess if it cost 3 to make and it made 15, then it's in the clear, I guess. But I don't see that being the case. And I hate to give movies thumbs down on our show here because it gives you a lure that you shouldn't watch it. You definitely should.
Super Troopers 2 off a $13.5 million budget did $31.6 million.
Okay, so
It made
this is
money.
definitely on a downward trajectory.
Yes, that's true.
It's just anyone who would have grown up with it, the stoner movie of 2001, which was Super Troopers, which the opening is legendary with Meow, and it's a legendary gag.
Snosberries taste like
Snosberries,
snosberries.
yeah, and we're just so far past that, and those people have grown up, and I mean, I don't think they even care about Super Troopers anymore. Roger and I do because we fortunately for us never grew out of our stupid.
I mean, it's
kid
because I
phase.
was 20 years old when Super Troopers came out. It was
Yeah.
the pinnacle of comedy.
I was 16, yeah, right in that same area,
Yeah.
man. It was perfect. Right, with Old School and Road Trip, and it's just those radar comedies really did something for us.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Years later, we had Dodgeball, which was great too. It's just we got some great stuff. Anyway, so Super Troopers 3, there are some high spots, there are some low spots, but mainly,
Mostly
unfortunately,
lows.
low spots. I can see people laughing at it, and there were people in my theater that did laugh. I did not, however. I
Nah, you
laughed
laughed a little
once.
bit. Yeah,
I
you
laughed
laughed a little
once.
bit. Here's the thing. I
Um,
won't say that I didn't laugh. It's just you don't laugh that much. And for what was it, 13.96 that it cost me to go see this
did
movie,
you? Okay.
something like that. Yeah, it wasn't. I don't know if I got my money's worth here. I'm just gonna be honest. Yeah, $15, bro. It's,
And it makes you wonder, what do these state, because when they're all like sitting around in the morning talking about the new electric car they're being shown by the new captain,
the
Nate Faxon's
Canadian
character.
electric car, by the way.
Sure, the Canadian, but like, who's out patrolling the roads? Who's copping
Nobody.
the
It's a
area?
lawless wasteland, dude. Lawless
What do
wasteland.
these people do when they're pulling pranks and when they're having their morning coffee? Who's out policing the Vermont highways? I mean, that was funny at the time, but like now it's just perplexing to me as an adult. Now that I'm a real adult, And Roger, any final thoughts on Super Troopers?
I think deep down that we probably didn't need this movie. I can't say it was worth my watch. That's all I can say under that.
I would agree with that. We get another drug bust, and there's, of course, the crux of this film is Farva is marrying Ramathorn's sister,
Sure.
which,
Good for him.
come on, man, like, perfect. I get that, perfect. But they've somehow managed to make Farva likable in this movie,
Yep.
which I didn't see that coming. But I guess if you can make someone like Jaime Lannister from season 1 of Game of Thrones the most hated character in all of movies and cinema and TV show to the most liked character, I guess you can do anything with Farva, I guess, but a far less complicated character. But I as someone who really enjoyed my time with it, I'm severely disappointed in Super Troopers 3. But that is what it is, man. But
Short version of it. Like, look, Super Troopers 1 will always be the better movie. That's
that's fair.
that's it.
That is fair. Well, thank you for watching, and click that like and subscribe. Thank you so much, and leave a comment. Which Super Troopers is your favorite? Which gag of theirs is the favorite? Love to know that too, because there's some gags in this one that continue,
Sure.
but mainly they all are.
They do call back just about every joke they ever made, which
probably not
isn't exactly great.
Not,
But,
no.
you know.
We'll see you soon.
All right.